How's it going today, folks? Today is Sunday, and today I want to talk a little bit about the rehab and the bounce back experience. For anybody out there that's had an injury of any kind and you're going through whether it's outpatient rehab, whether it's home rehab, or whether it's inpatient rehab or bounce back, I can tell you, in the most honesty I can tell you, is take full advantage of everything they will give you. I didn't for years. Every time I got sick, I threw it off. I don't want rehab. Or if they did give me rehab, okay, rehab, let's do it, But no, I can tell you this, and I can tell you there's good and there's bad. I have had the luxury or whatever to see the worst and what I consider the best. I've seen both ends of it. When I left lower end hospital in Sycamore, they had somebody somewhere for bounce back because I couldn't take care of myself, and I got turned down by 18 nursing homes, and we thought it was because of my size, because I was still well over 400, and they come back and they said no, they said, why didn't you tell us the truth? And I said, what are you talking about? They said, well, you're a felon, and they won't. I said, 47 years ago, I was involved. I was 17 years old. I was with a group of younger kids, and they stole some stuff out of cars, and I was the oldest, so even though I didn't do it, I just driving the car. I had to take the rap, and so they made me plead guilty to 2 charges for one of the cars. So I had to plead guilty to a felony burglary and a theft, and the judge used the one of stealing a 29-cent bottle opener out of a car. So I was a pop bottle felon. I mean, I can see why they wouldn't want me in there, because cats be coming off the pop bottles all the time. But that's not what this story's about, and we'll tell that story another time. But anyhow, so they sent me to what I want to call. They finally found a place to take me. They sent me to what I want to call the Aurora Knife and Gun Club. Somehow they came up with a name, and I don't know how they did. My biggest misrepresentation I've ever seen. It's called the Pearl of the Orchard Valley. I kid you not. And so I went there, and it was horrible. I was told I was going there for intense therapy. I got there, they threw me in a room. You'd wait sometimes 8 hours on a call light, whether you needed your diaper changed or whether you needed something. You could wait up to 8 hours. They got me out of bed maybe once a week. They haul me out of bed, put me in a wheelchair to go to therapy for maybe 15 minutes. The rest of that time, they'd come and tell me to move my legs or whatever, for 10, 15 minutes, and they were gone. And I just laid there, and I would have died there. I was getting worse because I was supposed to be getting more out of bed, and I was there a week when my brother and my sons realized, when I told them, I said, we gotta do something. So I stayed there a month, and I paid $1,500 for an ambulance to bring me home. My oldest son Dwayne, God bless him, he did the best he could. He tried to take care of me for 6 weeks, and I mean, we fought it everywhere. I mean, he hauled me around the house and cleaned me up and fed me and but I didn't get it better. I got sick again, and because I just couldn't, I needed the skilled nursing. So I went back to the hospital, and that's when they found Goldwater. They had turned me down when they were at Aspirian, and the lady was, thank God, Angie came over and talked to me, and I was able to get in to Goldwater, and that's when things turned around for me. That's when I met the other end of the spectrum. I met the best people out there. And don't pay attention to what you see reviews on the internet, because with these kind of things, if somebody likes something, they're going to tell 2 people. If they don't, they're going to tell 10 people. So you always see the negative stuff. So, and the other thing I'll say, if you do go to a nursing home for bounce back, they took me there on a Friday afternoon. So I'm scared, terribly scared, because I'd been to the worst, and I thought, this is, here I go again. My daughter-in-law, who I love for doing this, that got me in, thought I'd hate her for making me go there, basically, but I love her for it. So I got there, and I got there on a Friday, and everybody's gone home, so they roll me in, put me in a bed by the window, and I got the whole weekend to do nothing but think about it. So I just, I'm looking around, I'm scared, and right away people start coming to introduce themselves and talking to me, and I started to feel a little bit better, though I was convinced this was my forever home. This is where I'd be for the rest of my life. But so I went the weekend and met all the people. So on Monday, they come and they put the strap under me and lift me up, put me in a wheelchair, haul me down to therapy, you know, and I wheeled in thinking, oh, therapy again, here we go. And that's when I met the two ladies, that lovely ladies that changed my whole life. They gave me my life back. And I call them the lovely Alex and Lisa, though Lisa, nothing intended, but I did used to call Lisa Fraulein Lisa. Because Lisa tells you the truth. Lisa doesn't tell you what you want to hear. Lisa tells you what you need to hear. And maybe sometimes you're not ready to hear that, but on that very first day when I wheeled in there, you know, they looked at me, both of them, and said, look, we'll use every tool in our arsenal. We'll do everything we can do to help you get out of here. He said, but only one person can. He said, but you got to do it. You got to decide. And that's, you know, Lisa told me something that day that stayed with me, and it gets me through every time. And I hope it just can wear off on somebody else. She told me, said, look, get off the pity pot. She goes, only you decide if you go home. Only you decide if you do anything. I said, nobody can do it for you. So these girls worked with me day in, day out. I mean, I was quarantined in COVID for 10 days. They suited up and came to my room every day and worked with me, and they literally gave me my life back. And now I work with the ladies in home here, who are miracle workers. The in-home care connection. I can't tell you enough about those people. They're from Princeton. They're excellent. They're all professional, high-end, you know, high-end people. But anyhow, so they work with you. But the main thing I want to stress in this whole thing is that when you go into therapy, and so many people do, when you go into therapy and when the therapist is there, they come to your house, they come to your room, or whatever, as soon as they leave, therapy's over. And it's over till the next time. You know, you're feeling good, you're feeling fat and sassy about yourself. Man, I just kicked the world's ass. I'm going to do her again Wednesday. No, you can't do that. They give you this stuff, the homework, for a reason. You got to put the time in. You're not going to get there if you don't put the time in. So please, you know, that I can't stress that enough. I go above and beyond. I do almost 2 hours of exercise every day, but it's built into my routine. I have so much I do at breakfast time. I do so much at lunch and so much before supper, and I just do it, and it's progressed me so much farther than I ever thought. Because remember, they said number one, I'd never walk in. They said number two, I'd never leave the nursing home. And they say now what I'm doing is, knock on wood, is I'm thriving, you know. And I get better every day. And you know, my worst day here at home, even though I love to go to water, people were great, but my worst day at home is still better than my best day at any of those places. But the nice thing about Goldwater was the fact that from the administrator down to the housekeepers, the maintenance people, there were so many great people. I mean, and they all introduced themselves, and they were never too busy to talk to you, from Shy, the administrator, down to any of them. I mean, they'd talk to you, the social worker, anybody, anything you want to know, they'd tell you, they'd help you any way they could. And it gave me a sense to know that if the time ever comes that I need a forever home, that I could go there and I could do it. So that's, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. We're going to have a bunch more good videos coming up. But so today I just want to tell you about the bounce back. Number one, do your due diligence. Find a place that fits you. Secondly, do the homework. You know, because if you're just going to do it to be doing it, then you're going to get out of it what you put into it. And that's all I can tell you. And it's been just a godsend for me. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go back to doing what I do on Sunday. My friend Kay brought me some good food. Going to have some lunch. Got to do a little therapy yet. Yes, I have a therapist that comes on Sunday. She's a slave driver, but it's all good. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.